Beautiful morning it is, and welcome to Deep Creek Lake here in the northern part of Montgomery County. This is part of a larger complex of an area known as Lane Reservoir and Green Lane Park. But this is one of my favorite places to come on an early morning, or usually on an evening, to walk around the lake. And I've created my own little kind of loop that I've made. It's not really listed anywhere. It's just kind of a loop I made around the lake, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite parts of this this park. It's a very popular park. It's mainly known for like fishing and boating, but there's not a whole lot of recreational opportunities and open space in Montgomery County, so it's a super popular area. So this is not a wild area. This is more of like a nice park with again, fishing, boating. There's even a little campground here and picnicking. It's a nice place to come and hang out and walk around a bit. But I'm going to show you what it looks like, and I'll show you some of my favorite aspects of this place. So let's check it out. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you up ahead. Gator. One of the first places I like to check out here is there's like an old steel bridge and a little waterfall. There's a dam here, and then it spills over and it becomes the Perkiomen Creek. So let's go check that out.
The Snyder Road Bridge was built in 1904 by the York Bridge Company and is considered a fine historical example of an iron truss bridge from the early 1900s.
So as you come just 1/8 of a mile downstream from that old steel bridge, you come to this beautiful section on the Perkiomen where it looks like there was probably an old dam. I don't think it's a natural waterfall, but it makes like this little waterfall area that's really pretty. In my effort to document the waterfalls in the Philadelphia region, this is one of the spots I wanted to take a look at. So I don't know, you tell me, is this a waterfall or not?
Regardless of how you may classify this water feature, this is a fine place to sit down quietly and reflect on the nature of things.
So that's just a neat little spot to check out that a lot of people don't know that is actually down there. But if you're going to come to the park here and hang out, it's worth walking down the stream a bit and checking out that, I don't know what you would call it. You call it a waterfall or a rapid, or you know, whatever, but it's a pretty cool spot. There's some big rocks back there. This part of Montgomery County, this northern northern end of Montgomery County, is known for these huge diabase rocks. It's one of the reasons why it's a little bit less settled of an area than other parts of the county. Farming here was difficult back in the day. But all right, from here we're going to go back to the lake, and then we're going to make our way to a trail called the Orange Trail. We're going to walk through some hardwood forest. But yep, beautiful morning here. Thanks for joining me once again for some nature, adventure, and discovery. Appreciate you guys. Now, I had just given you a look at Night Lake. Now we are looking at Deep Creek Lake. We're on a series of rocks that rise about 75 feet above the two lakes, and in between the two is a spillway and a path to cut through the lakes here. But we're going to be heading now in that direction and heading up into them woods to work through the Orange Trail. And let's go see what that has in store for us.
The Deep Creek Lodge, which was built in 1937, is available for rental year-round and has a capacity to hold 60 individuals.
We are now on the Orange Trail, and this is going to give us an opportunity to walk through some interior forest here. Classic southeastern Pennsylvania hardwood forest. Some big boulders along the trail, some nice trees, and this is one of the only trails in the area I know of that gets you into any kind of like wooded setting. Most of the other trails follow along the lake or through like fields and kind of like open areas. Like we have a bit of a wetland area here. Probably in another month or two this area would be a lot wetter. Probably you might have some skunk cabbage popping up through here, and with the seasonal spring rains, maybe a little more flow in these little creeks here. So just as I had predicted, in these low-lying wet areas, this is in fact our first skunk cabbage of the season. Give it another couple weeks and I can see a lot of it through this grassy area. It'll be popping up all over this location. It's a sign that spring is well on its way. We're just continuing on the Orange Trail here, and the trail's widened and it's gotten very muddy. There's a old stone wall to the left and another stone wall in front of me. Again, rock very plentiful in this region, so you know, people have been using it for fencing and for land markers for hundreds of years. We have just crossed a road. I believe that's called Snyder Road, and the trail picks up again on the other side. This Orange Trail does like spiderweb and a number of different like side trails and directions, but it's not the kind of place where, you know, you're going to get lost. It's a relatively small patch of woods. There's even some houses up this way, so it's a nice little trail to get a change of scenery while you're up here. But again, we're not in a wild area, so just keep that in mind when you're planning your hiking and your trip. Okay, so we have now made it down to the Perkiomen Trail. Perkiomen Trail, this is a long distance trail that travels through the heart of Montgomery County for many miles. It's an all-purpose trail, a walking trail, running trail, jogging, hiking, bicycling, etc. So it's a nice crushed path here, and we'll be following this for a bit, and then we'll be wrapping around the lake and seeing what it looks like on the other side. But this is nice, easy walking here. All right, so we just crossed the bridge there. Now you can see we're in a rural but residential area. We are on the official Perkiomen Trail still. It's a wide area of about 8 feet of crushed gravel on the side of the road. But we'll soon be getting back to the lake and more views of the beautiful water there. Well, thank you, my friends, for joining me once again for some nature, adventure, and discovery. This time from Deep Creek Recreation Area here in the Green Lane Park of Montgomery County. Not every hike is going to be an epic adventure deep in the woods. Sometimes you have to just take it easy in these more park-like settings. But this is an interesting place. It has some valuable things to see and check out. Lots of activities to do for families. And it's a nice place to walk and see waterfowl and other wildlife in an area of the state that has precious little open space. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you have any comments or questions, let me know down below. As always, I will get back to you as soon as I can. I thank you. I appreciate you. And until next time, I'll see you on the trail. Gator out.